Hey everybody, Ashton here with Gents. I know it's been a really long time. We'll get into that here in a second. Today we're going to be doing a fragrance review on a limited edition release from Gallagher Fragrances. That fragrance is Bergamust Noir. Okay guys, let's check out this presentation. You can see the name of the house and fragrance here. The box opens up like so, and there's a cutout here that the bottle fits inside of. You have again name of the house, Gallagher Fragrances, and his logo here. On the back you have the notes, the born date, bottle 15 to 50, EDP concentration 100 ml, bottle size. And here is the bottle. It's a nice thick glass. You'll notice that the sticker here and on the back are the same as on the box. You can hold it by the cap if you want to. It doesn't click into place though, so just be aware of that. Atomizer's decent, as you can see there. That is the presentation for Gallagher Fragrances Bergamust Noir. So I've touched on this before, but there are renovations going on in the house, so it really limits how much time I have to do videos. And I've also been teaching myself how to make fragrances. So a ton of time that would have been spent on editing and shooting videos and stuff like that, I've been spending just making my own fragrances, learning as many different notes as I can possibly learn, investing tons of time into that. So I apologize that there has been a lack of videos. I'll try to make more of them. Some of them are probably going to be a little shorter and sweeter than usual, and maybe a little simplified. That way I can still put content out for you guys, but still work on the fragrances like I've been doing. So yeah, let's just jump into this. This is a limited edition release. Like I said, it's limited to 50 bottles. This one is 15 of 50. As of right now, Daniel Gallagher, which is the owner perfumer of this house, has single-digit bottles of this left. So if you're interested in this one, consider this kind of a last call, because I imagine with there just being single-digit bottles left, they're gonna go pretty soon. This was released to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of Bergamust, which is Daniel Gallagher's most popular fragrance. That's a bergamot-centric fragrance. This one takes the shell or the skeleton of that fragrance and then adds in a ton of smoke. Hence the name Bergamust Noir. Daniel puts most of the dominant notes here on the back of the bottle, like you saw in the presentation. So that's bergamot, ocean mist, smoke, orange blossom, ambroxan, and white amber musk. The fragrance that most people are going to think of when you just say like a really, really, really smoky fragrance is A City on Fire by Imaginary Authors. I own that one. I really like it. Some people actually say that the smoke in that reminds them of bacon or of barbecue. So if you smelled that and you really like it, then you should probably check this one out too. Now I'm not saying they're the exact same, because they're not. This one, it seems more birch tar and spikenard, producing that kind of smoky note that you get in the top. And it is really, really dominant in the opening. That smoke is definitely the dominant note. That lasts for a good hour and a half or so until the smoke starts to kind of die down a little bit. Then the fragrance gets more airy. It becomes a much lighter fragrance, which is really interesting, because when you first spray this on, you would probably think this is going to be a smoke bomb the entire way through, but it's not. Now, if you're not into fragrances that are really smoke-centric, this probably will not change your mind. A lot of people, again, say that notes like that remind them of barbecue. I've had some people smell this, and that's what they get out of it. More of a barbecue-y, bacon type of note instead of a campfire. That being said, I dig it. This is probably better worn in cooler weather. I know that it does start to get airy, like I said, after that smoke starts to die down, but it's still better suited for cooler weather. If you're in really high heat, it's probably not something that I would reach for, because that opening can be really cloying and turn people off. So if I were to describe when it gets a little airy, when that smoke dies down, it's mainly the bergamot with the ocean mist giving kind of a light, semi-aquatic feel with that smoke nuance in the background. Longevity for me is very good, around 7 hours. Projection is best while it's still in that initial smoky phase. After that, it starts to sit a little bit closer to the skin as that smoke moves to the background. If you're a fan of Daniel Gallagher's fragrances, I think you should probably check this one out, where it's a limited edition of only 50 bottles. It makes it kind of a collector's piece. And for people that collect, that can be a really alluring kind of thing, because you know that only 50 people have a bottle. I'll leave a link in the description with Gallagher Fragrances information if you want to check this bottle out. There's also a counter on the website showing how many of these bottles are left if you're interested. Rating wise, I'm going to give Bergamust Noir a 7 out of 10. I really like the initial smoky opening. If you're not into stuff like that, this probably won't change your mind, like I said earlier, and you should check out some of Daniel's other offerings because he has some very, very solid offerings. Between this one and Amongst Waves, if you were going to choose one of those, I would go with Amongst Waves. It's a little bit more versatile. It would get more wearings from me. So of the two, that one is my choice in case anybody is curious. As always, thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully I will see you again soon. Thanks.